Top 7 BTS panic moments in 2026 that kept ARMY awake at night, keeping you breathless. Welcome back, ARMY, to a wild ride. The year 2026 was meant to be a smooth, triumphant reunion for BTS, but who knew it would bring heart-stopping plot twists that nearly broke the internet and our sanity? From sudden disappearances during live global broadcasts to cryptic midnight drops that made absolutely no sense, this year tested every ounce of our loyalty and detective skills. What really happened behind the heavily guarded doors of HYBE? Which member almost caused a worldwide meltdown with a single accidental misclick? Are you ready to dive deep into the emotional roller coaster, uncover the hidden facts, and relive the exact seconds our hearts drop to the floor? Sit back, grab your snacks, and let's unfold the untold truths.
Number 7. RM. The mysterious midnight server blackout and the unreleased vault scare. Starting at number 7 on our pulse-pounding list, we have none other than the brilliant leader himself, Kim Namjoon, better known as RM, who gave millions of fans around the globe an absolute heart attack in the cold early hours of a spring night in 2026. Picture this. It's 2:14 a.m. KST. The world is quiet, and armies are peacefully resting or catching up on fan theories, when suddenly an unexpected Weverse notification flashes across millions of smartphone screens, announcing that RM is live. Naturally, fans clicked in expecting a cozy late-night chat, maybe a serene audio stream where Namjoon shares his latest book recommendations, plays ambient music, or reflects on the overwhelming emotions of completing his military duty and bringing all 7 members back together under one roof. But instead of seeing Namjoon's warm smile or his peaceful studio setup, the screen displayed something completely terrifying, a raw, unedited mirror of his personal workstation desktop. Before anyone could process what was happening, the screen flickered, revealing an open file directory with a bold, alarming header: BTS_2026_reunion_world tour_master_raw_strictly_confidential. The chat exploded in a fraction of a second, but before a single coherent sentence could be typed, the mouse cursor began moving violently, selecting high-priority files, while a bright red system pop-up screamed.
Number 6. Jin, the "I'm quitting" livestream that accidentally crashed the stock market. Coming in hot at number 6 is the eldest Hyung, the one and only worldwide handsome Kim Sok-jin, who unintentionally orchestrated one of the most terrifying financial and emotional roller coasters of 2026, proving that his dramatic flair can literally stop the world from spinning in a matter of seconds. Let us take you back to a seemingly ordinary, gloomy Tuesday afternoon in mid-October 2026, right in the middle of BTS's massive global promotional tour, when the fandom was already running on zero sleep and pure adrenaline from the continuous flood of reunion content. Out of nowhere, Weverse sends out an unexpected notification that Jin has started a live broadcast titled simply with a single cryptic period mark, drawing millions of fans in immediately, all of us expecting a chaotic mukbang, a dad joke session, or a fun, lighthearted gaming stream to ease the heavy tour stress. When the screen flickered to life, fans saw Jin in his most natural, comfortable state, wearing an oversized, slightly faded RJ pajama shirt, his hair adorably disheveled, sitting intensely in front of a glowing, high-tech, dual-monitor gaming setup inside his hotel room. For the first 45 minutes, everything was perfectly normal and purely entertaining as Jin passionately battled his way through a highly competitive ranked online multiplayer game, filling the room with his signature infectious windshield wiper laugh, playfully scolding his anonymous teammates through the mic, and taking dramatic, exaggerated gasps whenever he barely dodged an in-game attack. But as the clock approached the 1-hour mark, the atmosphere in the room shifted drastically.
Number 5. Suga. The cryptic August D flatline broadcast and the midnight farewell trauma. Stealing the number 5 spot on our heart-stopping list of 2026 panics is the notoriously unpredictable, deeply intense, and fiercely private Min Yoongi, better known as Suga or August D, who managed to single-handedly paralyze the entire global music community with a psychological thriller of a stunt that left us all absolutely breathless and staring blankly at our screens in pure, unadulterated terror. Let us set the incredibly tense, dramatic scene for you. It was the deeply chilling, frosty evening of November 18, 2026, exactly midway through the monumental, historically significant BTS Forever World Tour, a time when the fandom was already emotionally vulnerable, utterly exhausted from daily ticket bloodbaths, and riding high on the sheer fragile euphoria of having all 7 members back together after years of waiting, when suddenly, without a single whisper of a warning from Big Hit Music or any of the other members.
Number 4. J-Hope, the end of an era studio eviction and the midnight contract heartbreak. Taking the highly coveted and intensely emotional number 4 spot on our countdown of the most terrifying, heart-stopping BTS moments of 2026 is the undisputed dance captain, the radiant sunshine, and the emotional anchor of the group, Jung Ho-suk, better known to the world as J-Hope, who flawlessly managed to shatter millions of hearts into a million jagged pieces with a single, devastatingly ambiguous social media update. Picture the incredibly tense, hyper-vigilant atmosphere of late August 2026. The fandom was already walking on eggshells, intensely hyper-analyzing every single breath the members took during their massive reunion stadium tour, when suddenly, on a dreary, rain-soaked Thursday afternoon, J-Hope uploaded a completely silent, eerie, and incredibly shocking black and white video to his personal Instagram story. Now, fans are incredibly accustomed to Hobi's meticulously curated, highly aesthetic, and vibrantly colorful feed, usually bursting with high-fashion street style, infectious smiles, and heavily saturated artistic shots. So seeing a completely desaturated, grim, and shaky video instantly sent a violent shiver down the collective spine of ARMYs worldwide. The short 15-second clip pans slowly across his legendary, deeply beloved personal workspace, affectionately known as Hope Film, a sacred, deeply personal sanctuary where some of the most iconic, record-breaking BTS tracks and his legendary solo masterpieces have been meticulously crafted over the past decade. But instead of being filled with his...
Number 3. Jimin, the terrifying Wembley stage plunge and the 45-minute broadcast blackout. Are you ready for a mystery that literally stopped the hearts of millions across the globe in a fraction of a second? What happens when the ultimate perfectionist of the stage suddenly vanishes in plain sight during the biggest live broadcast of the decade, leaving nothing but frantic security guards and absolute dead air? Could a simple mechanical failure actually bring down a world-class production? Or was something much more magical and deeply sinister at play behind the scenes? Brace yourselves, because we are diving into the most heart-stopping, mind-bending live concert incident of 2026. Claiming the highly dramatic number 3 spot on our intense countdown is the mesmerizing main dancer and ethereal vocalist, Park Jimin, who single-handedly orchestrated a moment of sheer, unadulterated live broadcast terror that had millions of fans worldwide screaming at their screens in absolute horror. Let us transport you to the incredibly electric, heavily anticipated night of July 12, 2026, during the monumental
Number 2. V. The Parisian art heist scare and the international diplomatic meltdown. Securing the profoundly dramatic, highly anxiety-inducing number 2 spot on our countdown of the most intense BTS panic moments of 2026 is the profoundly enigmatic, wildly unpredictable, and breathtakingly artistic Kim Taehyung, known globally as V, who managed to single-handedly trigger an actual, heart-stopping international diplomatic panic that had fans literally speed-dialing embassies and violently hyperventilating into paper bags. Let us carefully set the unbelievably tense, cinematic scene for you. It was the brisk, fog-heavy early morning of September 3rd, 2026, a time when the fandom was already operating on dangerously low sleep reserves due to the relentless back-to-back promotional schedules of the group's massive comeback, when absolutely out of nowhere, at precisely 4:12 a.m. Central European Time, Taehyung's notoriously curated, highly aesthetic personal Instagram account suddenly flickered to life with a deeply unsettling, blurry, and incredibly chaotic story update that immediately sent the entire global internet into a complete, catastrophic tailspin.
The photo was a grainy, low-exposure, flash-illuminated shot of Taehyung wearing a heavy vintage trench coat and a black beret, standing completely alone in a massive, dimly lit...
Number 1. Jungkook, the Golden Maknae's Midnight Ghosting, and the global live broadcast Blackout. Claiming the supreme, ultimate, and indisputably heart-stopping number 1 spot on our legendary list of 2026 panic moments is none other than the Golden Maknae himself, Jaeon Jungkook, who gave tens of millions of fans around the world an absolute soul-crushing heart attack during what was supposed to be the triumphant, celebratory climax of the entire 2026 reunion year. Picture this. It's the cold, crisp evening of December 31st, 2026. The absolute final hours of a historic year that saw BTS reunite, break every record in existence, and completely reshape the global music landscape. And over 200 million people worldwide are tuned into a massive live global countdown concert, broadcasted straight from an overflowing stadium in Seoul to screens in every corner of the earth. The energy was electric, emotions were running sky high, and as the group finished a breathtaking performance of their legendary hits, the 6 older members stepped off the main stage for a quick outfit change, leaving Jungkook alone on the central floating platform to deliver a mesmerizing, high-energy solo medley of his record-shattering hits like 7, Standing Next to You, and his brand-new 2026 chart-topping tracks. He was radiating pure perfection, hitting impossible